Welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to replicate a recipe that I tried in one of the Chinese restaurants a few weeks ago. That is a combination of pumpkin and tofu. Naturally, this is not the most common recipe that you will find, such as stir-fried vegetable, etc. But pumpkin and tofu, when they mix together, is really harmonious and well blend. So for today, I would like to pan-fry the tofu and then puree the pumpkin and combine it together. It will be something different and I hope you will love it. This is the medium firm tofu that is suitable for pan frying. I put it in a colander, drain away the excess water. Then cut each cube and each small one about 1 inch square. And then put it back into the colander and further drain away the water. Get a bowl of cornstarch to coat the tofu. Pan fry the tofu on both sides until light brown. You do need to move it for the first 30 seconds, and after some time it will start to detach from the pan by itself after half to 1 minute. Because the tofu contains lots of moisture, so you need to use at least medium heat or medium-high heat to pan fry it. Let's check the other side. Okay, it's done. So let me remove the tofu and continue the next batch of tofu and finish all of them. Okay, it's done. Tofu is done. Now let's move on to the pumpkin. Cut it into smaller cubes. Place it in a container. Then steam the pumpkin for 15 minutes or until the pumpkin turns soft. While steaming the pumpkin, I've already prepared some other ingredients as required. This is dry shrimp for the flavor. I also have some dry cuttlefish. If you don't have the dry cuttlefish, you can just use the dry shrimp will do. And then I have some carrot cut into small dice for the color. Some garlic, chopped garlic for the aromatic flavor, some mushroom for the texture, and I have some secret ingredients over here. That is the preserved vegetables, preserved Chinese vegetables called choy po. If you have it, by all means add it in. It is optional, but if you have it, you add it in, definitely it's going to give you some very unique flavor. And lastly, I have some green onions that I have already chopped. Okay, while steaming the pumpkin, let's make the sauce. This is light soy sauce and add some Shaoxing wine, some pepper, very simple seasoning. And if you would like to, you can add a little bit of sugar, that is optional, and season it with some salt. Basically, that is the seasoning that I need. Add a little bit of water to combine everything together. And the color is quite light because I do not want to darken the color of the golden pumpkin puree. Now let's get back to the pumpkin. It's already soft and I'm going to puree it by using the blender. Transfer it to a blender to turn it into a puree. Since the pumpkin is still very warm, I can't blend it right now. Let's move on to saute some of other ingredients first. This is the chopped garlic. And then I have the dry shrimp. As I said, if you have the dry cuttlefish, you can use that too. After half a minute to 1 minute, it will start to pop and turn fragrance. Now add the carrot. And also the mushroom. Next, add the seasoning. And then the pickles. By now, the pumpkin has cooled down, so let's get back to the pumpkin. That's the pumpkin, add a bit of water, just make sure that it blends well. Let's get back to the pan, add the pumpkin puree. Stir and combine. It seems a little too thick, so I add some water. Let it cook for a short while and adjust the consistency. Let's test and see whether it is salty enough. Need to add some more salt. Okay, now I return back the tofu back to the pan and carefully coat every piece of tofu with the pumpkin puree. Turn down the heat, add the green onion. Transfer to a serving plate, and that's it. Recipe for today: pumpkin puree with pan-fried tofu. Today I cooked something different from what I normally cook, that is a pumpkin puree with pan-fried tofu. If you find it is something that you are looking for, you want to replicate it at home, I have the recipe in the description below the video and also at the end of this video for your reference. Thanks for watching and I hope you will love this one. Let me know how it turns out at home and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.